Hey Scorpio, welcome to your April 2022 love and romance reading. This is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You may want to check out the weekly forecast for those of you who aren't that interested in love but somehow found yourself on a love video. Once a month I do a love reading. That's what this is here. But then I also do weekly forecasts where we talk about everything other than love. So let's get right on into it, Scorpio, and see what's coming up for our lovely Scorpio collective. Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get right on into it, my darlings. First card that's coming up here is, I'm going to move you a little bit closer. Just a little bit, so I'm not reaching so much over the screen. Ooh, Queen of Swords. This could be an air sign person, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. If you have an air sign placement, there could be things that are requiring your attention at that time. Not necessarily big changes or shifts. That's more if you've got like a major arcana, at least for me when I'm reading. But this might be where you're kind of focusing on those areas of your life, and that area of your life is leading you to positive results in your love life, or meeting a new love interest. That could happen if you have an air sign placement. Now, the Queen of Swords, as far as energy goes, is no joke. The Queen of Joke is the Queen of Swords, not Queen of Joke. The Queen of Swords is no joke. So the thing about Queen of Swords is she's all about boundaries, and she's not looking to have her time wasted. She's not interested. And normally this would be you, Scorpio, right? Scorpio's been going through a lot of shifts and changes. Your weekly forecasts have been very powerful, or I should say ours. I'm a Scorpio also. And so there's been a lot about boundaries, and Scorpios have put boundaries in place. But I think, Scorpio, that this is the person that a lot of you are going to be dealing with. You're dealing with someone who's coming at you where they're laying down the line. They're like, look, Scorpio, I'm not looking for games, okay? I'm not looking for games, Scorpio. I feel like some of them maybe even have had this poor person. I feel some of you are dealing with a person who's had several Scorpio relationships in the past. And unluckily for them, unfortunately for them, they've dealt with a lower vibrational Scorpio. And as a Scorpio, I will be one of the first people to admit a low vibrational Scorpio or a toxic Scorpio can be an absolute nightmare. That's why I kind of feel sorry for this person. So I feel like they've kind of been through the ringer. They may have heard you're a Scorpio and they're like, oh no, never mind. But then they feel like this pull and they're like, no, I really feel pulled towards this person. This particular Scorpio seems different. Hopefully I'm not wrong. And so I feel like they're overcoming the fear and they're wanting to be with you, and they're letting you know that they want to be with you. But I feel like they're coming in, like they're laying down the law from the beginning. Like, I won't tolerate this and I won't tolerate that, and don't waste my time, and if you don't want me, tell me. And I just feel like I feel like the person is coming at you with this Queen of Swords energy. And some of you are like, whoa, relax, calm down. Like, where is this coming from, right? And it might seem to you like, I don't know, maybe this person's really hurt, maybe they're really damaged, maybe they're not ready for a relationship, maybe they're too vulnerable. I think this person's is just in a healthy place. I don't think that they're damaged. I don't think that it's not I don't think that it's that they're not ready for a relationship. I just think they're frustrated and they really don't want to have their time wasted. Cuz I feel like this is someone who gives with all of their heart. They give with everything that they have, and they've been so taken advantage of. And I feel they're in a place in their life where they want commitment, they want to settle down, they want a home, and they're just like just don't waste my time, right? So I don't think it's that they're so vulnerable or so damaged. I just think they're frustrated and they're fed up. And it's like, you want me or you don't want me, just let me know. And if at any point in the relationship you're not feeling it, just let me know. Like let's just get on with it. I just feel this person is frustrated and doesn't want to waste time, right? And maybe for some of you, you're saying that sounds good to me, because that's where I'm at, right? So maybe for some of you, you're understanding this person. But for whatever reason, even though I know Scorpio has been really strong on boundaries, that's been the theme for Scorpio for quite some time. I feel the person's coming at you and laying down their boundaries. And you guys are like, no problem, right? Like, I'm not playing games here, no problem. The next card that's coming up here is the Strength card. And this is a Major Arcana card. So when Major Arcana cards come up, this is a significant soulmate. This is someone that's coming into your life for a significant reason. There's some kind of soul contract here, something you all agreed to come together and learn. Now, because we have the Strength card here, there could be a Leo element. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo or somebody with a Leo placement. I'm a little hesitant to say that. A lot of you have heard the example that I've given, that there was a reading I was doing for a friend where we were reading on a situation quite regularly. Like, we were reading on the situation a lot. And she was dealing with a Taurus, but the Taurus kept showing up as the Strength card. And then later we were able to do some digging and figure out that he had a Leo moon, and so he was coming into the situation emotionally. So sometimes it can throw us off, right? You might say, well, I don't know a Leo, or my person's not a Leo. They may have a Leo placement you're not aware of if you don't know their placement. So I'm a little hesitant for that reason. But if you have a Leo placement, there can be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those areas of your life that's aligning you with meeting this person, or that is clearing blockages or opening up doors for your love life, or creating some kind of healing. Now, with the Strength card overall, the general meaning for this card is loyalty, is commitment, is embracing vulnerability. Okay, so I feel that this is a connection. This person's coming at you with some heavy boundaries because, yes, they are afraid of getting hurt. They're ready, they're healthy enough to come at the relationship in a healthy way, but it's causing them to have to really embrace that vulnerability and take a chance. And it's going to be the same for you, Scorpio, because I feel once you start to get involved with this person, or once you start to let this person in, or if it's an existing relationship, you guys are coming to a whole new level of intimacy. And you know, we Scorpios, we're suckers for intimacy. Oh my gosh, give us all that deep, dark, buried stuff. Ooh, we love it, right? So you all might be hitting a new layer with an existing partner, those of you that are in a relationship, that's coming to this new layer of intimacy, and it's creating vulnerability. And it's like you're kind of like, you're melting and you're feeling vulnerable because you're like, wow, I feel so much closer to this person. I feel so much more love and compassion towards this person. So they're embracing their vulnerability, giving this a chance. You all are getting closer. Your love is deepening, your affection is deepening. That's making you feel vulnerable. The Strength card is about embracing that vulnerability, right? Going out into that unknown, taking that chance. It's loyalty, it's commitment. But one of the things I've seen oftentimes over the years reading for people, the Strength card for me always comes with a sense of stepping out of our comfort zone and going out into the unknown. It's like I have no way I have no way of knowing how this is gonna end. Even if you're an intuitive person, those of you who are intuitive, even those of you who are professional intuitives or full-time intuitives, or you're like me where you make a living doing readings for people, even if you're super intuitive, it's really hard to know for yourself how things are going to end. So Scorpio's going into this like, I have no way of knowing how this is going to end. This could be amazing, this could be terrible, but you're embracing that vulnerability. And I feel that this is a situation where it's like both of you are letting each other in fully. And I think that's been a long time since you've had that, Scorpio. Even within an existing relationship, you may have had so many disappointments, you may have had so many broken hearts that you have been in the relationship, those of you in a relationship, but still very much keeping a part of you guarded or being cautious. This to me feels like the walls are tumbling down mutually, and both of you are terrified. But it's creating a bond, it's creating an alliance, it's creating a closeness that you have not had in years. Like, you know what this is making me think of? And don't take it the wrong way because I don't mean it in an immature way. But I don't know if any of you had like a best friend growing up in like junior high, and then it became a relationship where you started to have really deep feelings for each other, and you would talk on the phone for hours, and it was a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but like you would go to each other with everything, like everything that's going on in your family, all of the family secrets, all of the, like, just talking, 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 talking. Like that's what this feels like to me, like just like late night, up late, talking, 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 all of your secrets, all of your feelings, mutually, right? So I just feel like it's a type of connection or relationship you, maybe some of you haven't had since like junior high or high school. Okay. Spirit's showing me my first love, and I know in that situation we were friends, we were buddies, and we would talk a lot, and then it just got to where we would be on the phone for hours, like on the phone all night, sneaking around on the phone, because we're still young, we're still in school, being on the phone all night, like telling each other secrets and things happening in the families, and just someone that you can talk to for hours and tell anything. And so I just feel like it kind of has that first love kind of feel, but I would say first love Scorpio style, right? That deep, intense connection. The next card coming up here for you all is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is getting away from drama, having a peace of mind. The Six of Swords can sometimes be unexpected relocation. And some of you have heard me talk about that. There could have been an unexpected relocation that has already been made, and then all of a sudden it's becoming clear to you that you were meant to have this relocation to encounter this certain person. Or there could be, as your bond is deepening with this person, some of you, this person might be asking you to travel or take a trip with them. But I also feel, again, this person may have some future plans. They might be thinking to relocate, or they might be thinking to go move and be closer to family. And they might be taking you very early on to meet family. They might be taking you very early on to see this place they're thinking of moving to, and they might not even tell you that that's what's in their mind. They might not be like, "Wow, Scorpio, I'm never gonna find another you. I am ready to move forward with this relationship. I'm ready to live together. I'm ready to get married. But I just need to make sure that you are cool with my family. I just need to make sure that you might like this city or town or state, because if you don't, I need to know early on, because I'm already so invested. Like emotionally, I'm so invested. So if you're going to hate this city or town, if you're going to hate my family, I need to know now so I can just break away." They might not tell you that's what's in their head, but that's what's in their head. Some of you are going to take a trip with this person very early in the relationship, and you're going to be meeting people in their life that are very important to them very early in the relationship, because they're just like, "I can't do this. I can't do this another 6 or 8 months or a year or 2 years," and then be like, "Hey, I'm thinking of moving to this state or this country, or I want to be closer to my family." And then Scorpio is like, "Oh, heck no." And then it's like, "Oh, now my heart is broken. What do I do? I'm torn." They're trying to nip that in the bud. They're trying to make sure early on that you're going to be okay with those changes. I feel like you all are crossing paths at a very transitory time, and so it's just kind of like, that's another reason why things are moving forward so quickly. If it's an existing relationship, your partner may be wanting to take you on some kind of a romantic getaway, and like share this appreciation that they have for you. Like they want to pamper you. They want this to be something to like pamper you, or they just like treat you, like I'm getting honeymoon vibes. If you're in a relationship and you're married and you never got to go on a honeymoon, or it was kind of a rinky dinky honeymoon, this person might be wanting to gift you like a really nice honeymoon, even if you've been together for a long time. But I feel it's like some kind of a trip or a vacation where they're wanting you to really enjoy it, and they're wanting it to be super romantic and super happy, and I'm hearing vow renewal. Maybe some of you are even doing some kind of destination vow renewal kind of thing, or maybe they're surprising you with a vow renewal, like a surprise, will you marry me again? Or maybe for some of you, if you've been together for a long time, don't be surprised if your partner plans some kind of a trip and they surprise you with like an on the spot wedding or something, right? They like drop down on one knee at the beach, and then you're like looking around, and all of a sudden there's like an officiant there, a wedding officiant there, or a priest or something like ready to do the marriage vows. Don't be surprised if that happens for some of you. But I do feel here there's some kind of like sense or energy of going away, like on a romantic vacation, a romantic trip. The next card that's coming up here is the Star. And this could be Aquarius energy. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius or a person that has an Aquarius placement. Again, if you have Aquarius placements, there can be big changes or shifts happening for you in those areas of your life, positively affecting your love life, since this is a love reading. However, the Star card is the card that follows the Tower. So the Star card essentially comes up to tell us the worst of it is over. We don't have to worry about the kinds of situations we had in the past. The worst of it is behind us. We're not going to have a worse situation or worse scenario than anything we've encountered up until now. The Star card comes up to say this is the time for building. This is the time that you can make long-term plans that are actually going to stick. If you are a Scorpio, that relationships have been challenging for you because you feel like people have been threatened or put off by your ambition or your work ethic, or you feel like people have been competitive or intimidated by where you are with your work or your professional life, or the other extreme, they're very impressed with you and they're trying to get with you for clout or for financial gain. They're using you for your success. Either they're intimidated by your success or using you for your success. The Star card is giving me a feeling or a sense that this is someone who loves to see you shine. They're not going to be jealous. They're not going to be discouraging you from being out there because they're insecure and they're scared that you're going to have success and attention and you're going to have all these people flirting with you and steal them away. They're not going to be like that. They're going to be secure. And that's not to say they don't kind of maybe worry a little bit, but they're not going to hold you back. For some of you, this person might turn around and be your biggest cheerleader and really be supportive of what you're doing and like pushing you forward and pushing you into the light. And they might deal with their insecurities by getting all supportive, because then they feel like, well, if I'm being supportive of Scorpio knows that I love them, knows that I want them to be happy, that I'm not trying to hold them back in life. Plus, if I'm here helping out, I can't see who's around Scorpio. I can't see if somebody's getting a little too flirtatious, right? So it might be like low-key jealous, like low-key insecure, but they're not being toxic about it. They're not like trying to sabotage you or accusing you of cheating or getting into fights or doing things to sabotage you. They're not doing that. I feel this is somebody very supportive of your goals, your ambitions. They want to see you shine. They want to see you succeed. And so it feels to me like a supportive energy. The Star card is also comfortable and happy retirement. So this may be even like a time that you're talking about long-term plans, making long-term plans, making retirement plans with this person. When we're old and gray and we're rocking on our little rocking chairs on the porch, you guys might be making really long-term plans together. The next card that's coming up for Scorpio is the Four of Pentacles. Now, Four of Pentacles can be a card of boundaries. We started with boundaries and we're ending with boundaries. Four of Pentacles can be like a sense of like cautiousness. I feel that Scorpio, for some reason, The vibe that I'm getting is that you are the one in the relationship that you're being kind of cautious, not cautious, but slow with the physical stuff, the physical intimacy. Maybe in the past you have been quick with that kind of stuff, but I feel like you're focusing more on this emotional connection. You're focusing more on this emotional vibe. I hate to say this, but I feel, Scorpio, some of you might be dealing with a person who has had a very adventurous life. Okay? A person who has had a very adventurous life, and they've been with, you may be suspecting, they might not flat out tell you that they've been with a lot of people, but maybe this is someone who was like an entertainer or an athlete that would travel, and they might just flat out tell you, oh yeah, we would get groupies all the time, right? We would get people coming backstage all the time, or somebody who just maybe is very attractive or very successful. This might be somebody that they're not flat out telling you, but you kind of have a feeling, you kind of have a vibe like they partied. This is someone who partied. And so maybe some of you are being cautious because you're like, I just want to make sure that I know beforehand if there's anything here that can be transmitted physically, if there's anything I need to be careful of or cautious of, or some of you might be wanting to make sure that this person gets tested before you let that guard down or let that wall down physically. I feel this is more so for those of you Scorpios who are at the age still of like where you're wanting to have kids or you're wanting to have babies, because some of you maybe have been waiting a really long time and you've been super cautious and like wanting the perfect scenario or perfect situation. And I feel some of you who are able to get pregnant, or even no, even if you would be the one that gets somebody pregnant, I feel like you're concerned that maybe these kind of social diseases might affect the health of a child. And so I feel like you're just wanting to know. I don't feel like you're going to write this person off if something comes up, but you're just wanting to know so that you know how to deal with it or how to get around it safely. But I feel it would be more so for those of you, as I said, who are wanting to have a baby. I feel like you have some concerns here about the health, like healthy pregnancy, healthy baby, and that's like something you're wanting to know and be proactive about. Other ones of you Scorpios, it's not about that. It's not about, like, you might know this person partied. You might not be as worried or as concerned about socially transmitted things. Heck, maybe some of you have your own socially transmitted things and you're not that worried about it. But I feel here with the Four of Pentacles, it might be more so the case of like, you're just wanting to go slow. You're wanting the relationship to develop. And I feel like some of you maybe want to kind of build to like the freakier stuff or like the kinkier stuff. Like, I just feel like you're wanting to have a slow pace. I feel like Scorpio is wanting to have a slow pace about the physical stuff. And I feel that this person's okay with that. I don't feel like they're having any issues with that. There's a very strong bond here. And Scorpio, a lot of the time Scorpio does bond through physical intimacy. But this is a connection that's blowing your mind, right? As I said, like those of you in junior high or high school, that's a really, that's a really horny time, right? That's a really hormonally driven time. But I saw the dynamic of like two kids in like middle school or high school, and they're just crazy about each other, but they're having these deep conversations on the telephone. So it's not like, and I know that, kids get all kinds of craziness going on these days. And I know what happened when we were younger too, when my generation was younger too, just in a different way. But I'm seeing the sense of like, it's such a connection where it's not about the physical intimacy. It's not about the hormones. right? And so I feel like that's something that you're like going into slowly, like almost like you're saving, you're saving it, like it's, things are so good, and the physical stuff is going to be so good. You're saving it, you're spreading it out, you're not wanting to go in it all at once, like it's just too much all at once. That's the feeling and the vibe I'm getting. You might want to check out your moon sign, rising sign, Venus sign. If this is none of those, sometimes they might resonate more for you. You may need to schedule a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. There is a link in the description of the video. Keep in mind the weekly forecasts where we talk about everything other than love, and the daily card pulls where we just do a daily message. So check those out as well. And those of you asking to learn tarot, I'm finally putting together my first ever in-person workshop in Phoenix, Arizona in June. Check out the community tab for that. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you all a wonderful month ahead. See you all in the weeklies and dailies. Take care and be well.